the arrival of counties, of course, brings a lot of prospects for investors, and this coming week we'll have the Baringo Entrepreneurship and Expo Edition. We want to find out more about not just that, but the county of Baringo. What are the prospects there? How are they doing? Are they faring on well? What needs to be done? What challenges are they facing? And what, of course, is the way forward? To help us put those in perspective, of course, is Benjamin Chesire Chiboy, who is the governor of Baringo County, and he'll be here with Mutengi Jao. If you have any questions, comments, and suggestions, maybe even as well, they are welcome. You can send in those on our SMS number. It is 22422. That SMS number again, 22422, and on Twitter, follow the conversation and join in that conversation using the hashtag #PowerBreakfast. Mutengi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
When we hear Baringo, many people, Kenyans, not know much about it. Only that we know Baringo is the place where President Moi came from.
Yes.
So, and then they know we associate Baringo with cattle rustling.
Yes.
And now we are hearing a different story altogether about investment opportunities. How do you move from that scene to this one?
Thank you, Mutegi. You're right. Many people know Baringo for the wrong things. Baringo perhaps was, in the colonial days, one of the closed districts. So it was one of those districts that was not open to anyone. And therefore, opportunities for growth were limited. And of course, God was kind to Baringo. It produced the second president of Kenya, and I believe the longest serving president in this country, His Excellency Honorable Daniel Arap Moi, we are very proud of. The county was put on the map because of him. But again, the challenges that we have had as a county in recent years has been what you have just alluded to, the issue of cattle rustling, which sometimes people have considered to be a source of insecurity or insecurity itself. But thank God we are over the bad trenches now, thanking the national government, the county government, and the leadership of the North Rift, that we jointly agreed that this issue of being seen as a county of cattle rustling, or counties of cattle rustling, or counties of insecurity, must be dealt with once and for all. And I can tell you, for the last 8 months, we have had peace. We have had less and less issues of rustling, not only in Baringo County, but the entire region. And we pray that this continues. We do everything within our abilities to ensure that we do sustain peace. And therefore, this is the reason why we as North Rift, we as Baringo County, want to tell Kenyans the real story of this region, the real story of Baringo, that Baringo is a peaceful county, Baringo is a county of plenty, Baringo is a county of opportunity, Baringo is a county ready to do business.
How has that changed? You know, we used to think, or it was made to, we are made to understand that cattle rustling is traditional. The other day, the governor of Turkana was here.
Yes.
And I asked him about security in Turkana.
Yes.
And just like you said, he said that you have decided as leaders in that area, yes, that it will not happen.
Yes.
Obviously, there were leaders before.
Yes.
How has it changed? Are you telling me there's guarantee there's not going to be any cattle rustling? In fact, some people think it was commercial, not even traditional.
To say that there is a guarantee will not be very honest. Only God can give us guarantee. But the sensitization and the education of our citizens is key. That if we do not change, then the world will leave us behind. Kenya will proceed. And we're in a different setup, that we have an equal opportunity or a fairly reasonable opportunity to try to move forward, in spite of the fact that we consider ourselves perhaps among those counties that have historically been marginalized, but marginalized by even our own self. And so that realization that if we don't do something for ourselves, then we will live to regret. As a leadership, there is a change in the sense that we can make our own decisions. The devolution alone is one of the opportunities that has given us that ability to sit back and ask ourselves, what can we do to get ourselves out of the problem that we have been? And that is why, together with the leadership in the North Rift, we have said to ourselves, let's look at each other on the eye and say, is this the time to start thinking about medieval practices? I mean, you have said that some people consider it commercial. Yes, opportunists are all over. Traditionally, there were cases of theft of 1 or 2 animals, or 3 or 4. That gives somebody pride that he's a strong guy. He can be able to go to the next community and take a few cows. Just the same case like in the pastoralist communities, the killing of a lion was considered to be heroic. But what is heroism in killing an animal? What is heroism in killing a human being? What is heroism in stealing cows? We are now saying that we do not want to trade in stock, real stock, livestock. We want to move with the world to trade in all forms of stock. The stock exchange should be alive to all of us. Again, we are not saying that we are going to move out from what we know, but we need to do it in a different way. That we have stock that can be sold to people in Arabia, that can be sold as packed beef and meat, that we can take advantage of the natural resources that we do have to make a difference in the lives of our people. That we can begin to start saying, let us focus on educating these people so that they can see a world of opportunity out there. There was a story that some people live in an environment that they don't know Laikipia exists. They don't know Nairobi exists. Even in this power of telecommunications and media, you know, that is still happening in certain parts. And if you find a reformed warrior, he will tell you that we did not know even that there were other communities. And that is why we have got to open up these people, provide them with requisite education, provide them and tell them that there are opportunities. And that is why we are having this entrepreneurship expo. We have chosen not to call it an investment forum, because the connotation of investment is that you are only going to get people from China, from Malaysia, from UK, and yet the real investors are local.
So let me get this right. One of the causes of the insecurity in the area was guns.
Yes.
How have you been able to control guns, particularly from neighboring countries? You have emphasized education, which is very crucial anyway, for people to understand these things.
Yes.
What about guns that people have?
Let me say this. Guns have been there since the 70s, since the time of the problems of Somalia, the problems of Uganda. In fact, the genesis of guns coming to the North Rift is in 1971, after the fall of Idi Amin. The barracks in northern Uganda, or the border of West Pokot and Uganda, were open, and people just went away with guns. And I think that was the time that the people of northern Uganda, the Karamoja and the rest, starting carrying guns. And since then, the story has been that guns are available for anyone to purchase. And the presence of those guns, without the presence of government guns, is the genesis of this challenge. Of course, they used to use the bow and the arrow and physical challenge to overpower each other in terms of acquiring, the wealth or some form of animals for themselves. The truth of the matter, Mutegi, is that guns are still there. Guns have not gone away. But the truth of the matter is that we are telling people that these guns, should not be used for now. And we have discussed with the national government, and they have said, let us even register them. Let us try to ensure that we know who has the guns. Because as of now, we have not yet gotten more government guns, because the critical issue is it possible to get more national security systems in place that can protect the citizens? And that is still a challenge. But the use of a gun is a moral issue. We need to begin to make people understand that you don't have to use a gun to grow wealthy. That the power of the gun is not as strong as the power of the pen. The power of the gun is not as strong as the power of trade. And if you begin to make the society understand that there are great opportunities, then there will be change. And slowly, there will be no need to buy more guns. Slowly, the guns will grow older. And slowly, perhaps we can even convince them that we don't need these guns. Plants to produce 1 megawatt of power. In Europe and other parts, you need 7 acres. That means with less, you can get more in form of energy. Geothermal energy is to be found largely. I mean, the potential is there. GDC is already exploring and sinking wells to be able to produce steam. And that is real because of the geysers that are live in Lake Bogoria and many other parts, all the way up to Silale in East Pokot. So going forward, we are saying that this is a great opportunity for people who would like to produce power. But it is not the production of power which is critical. It is the availability of clean power that any person who would like to do any commercial activity, if you want to do steel, I think that would be the best place to do. If you want to do milling of wheat, of unga, of anything, or if you want to process milk, you don't have to do it here in Dandora, or you can come there. And of course, this is a county that is still very virgin. The cost of living is low. The availability of human resource is there in abundance. And therefore, there are no traffic jams. We are beginning to plan our systems so that we are able to make the cost of doing business as low as possible. So we're saying, you out there who is thinking about an investment, out there who is thinking about being an industrialist, to produce goods and services that can be sold not just in Baringo, not just in the counties that are bordering it, because we border 8 counties. We have a market in the whole of Kenya. And of course, we are centrally placed. You can reach Uganda within a period of 2 hours. You can reach Sudan within a period of 3 hours. We can come to Nairobi in 2 hours. Actually, I can say in a matter of 4 hours, you are nearly in every part of Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, East and Central Africa. That is the key point that we would like to tell the world. There are opportunities here.
You have talked about availability of human resources.
Of course, we have got some of the most, if you want to get good people are not just skilled people, but honest people.
Yeah.
Some of the most honest people you can find in our county. Then we are, and of course I want to tell you the truth, that the leadership of President Moi gave us certain things. One, our people decided to go back to school. And we have got some of the most well-trained people working all over this country, working all over the world, coming from Baringo County. If there are serious opportunities coming up in Baringo, you will be able to get not only skilled engineers, skilled doctors, skilled agriculturalists, you will get even artisans that can be able to serve.
For continuity reasons, do you have a university or polytechnics that are training people so that when people come, you get young people, young technologists and as human resource?
Let me now tell you that, of course, we are in the process of setting up a public university in the county. But more important is that there are constituent colleges of our public universities, or colleges of our public universities. And we now are setting up one technical training, and they are there already, technical training institution in every constituency in Baringo County. We have invested quite a bit in vocational training centers. In fact, as we speak now, we are even offering scholarships for young people who would like to do artisan courses in youth polytechnics and so on and so forth. So this is work in progress, and we are saying this investment is not for today. Investment is for tomorrow and for the future. We are clear in the way we are operating our issues. The second area that we would like to tell our own people in Baringo County, the people of Rift Valley, the people of Kenya, is that Baringo County is an agribusiness county, is a protein county. We are perhaps one of the leading producers of livestock in this country. Perhaps after Turkana, there is no other county that produces as many livestock in this country. And therefore, this is an opportunity that we can be able to produce agricultural goods, whether it's livestock or meat, livestock for meat, livestock for dairy, and whether it's agriculture. We are producing a lot of horticultural products. We have flowers, we have watermelon, we have pawpaw, we have whether it's seed. Kenya Seed produces some of the best seeds from our irrigation scheme in Perkera. We have a great opportunity in terms of expansion of production, because we have permanent rivers that we are continuously exploiting for irrigation purposes. We have very beautiful soils, very nice soils that we can be able to use to produce goods and agricultural products. All we are saying is we are now ready for business. We are now ready for value addition. We are now ready for agribusiness. We are saying to ourselves, we want to be entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship begins at production. Yeah. Can you produce more maize? Can you produce more wheat? Can you produce more barley? Can you produce more chicken? Can you produce better quality beef? That is what we are telling our people. And then from there, can we process? Yeah. Can we do some value addition? And I have told you earlier on, we have a serious market of perhaps over 12 million people within the region, and of course the entire country, that we can be able to do. And I've also said that this county is blessed. The Lapset corridor is passing through Baringo County. The SGR, the Great Kenya-Uganda Railway, which was set up during the colonial times, is also passing through Baringo. The Eldoret International Airport is just 50 minutes from the headquarters of the county. The trunk road going towards Sudan is also passing that. The pipeline, which will be going side by side with the Lapset, is also passing there. We are also a potential producer of oil, being in the belt of the Rift Valley, that allowed Turkana to be able to produce oil. Talo is prospecting for oil in that area. And so I think there is no other time that it's opportune for entrepreneurs to think about Baringo. Thirdly, we are a tourism county. We have some of the most beautiful features that you can think of. If you think about tourism, if you think about the next place where you have got beaches, if you think about birds, if you think about beautiful scenery, if you think about natural spas, you have got to think about Baringo.
Let me read for you some. We have a lot of reaction from our viewers who are here. Maybe you should can read all of them and maybe make a comment about
Yes.
I would like the governor, if he has you have traveled through Aldamaravin to Rongo Road, the way it is, it's like a shamba. And somebody else asked, what's wrong with the lighting in Cabernet Town? That it's two people have said you built VIP toilets. One in Yogo and the other one, somebody else says that you built a toilets for 8 million shillings. And the other person, say Peterson, is saying from Baringo Central that there's a lot of poverty in Baringo since you took over. No tangible development has been happening. Nothing has happened in Cabernet Town. When will the Pokot go out of our homes in Arabala? You have employed somebody, you have employed persons from one family in the Department of Finance, a CEC, CEO, Auditor, and the County Secretary. This is regarding Public Service Code. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mutegi, of course, it's always normal to have people who have got a different view of things, and we do appreciate. Let me say this: the Lamaravin Torongo road, which is not in very good condition, is
not a county road.
No. I don't talk about roads which are not county. As a leadership, we take responsibility for everything that does not happen good in any county, in my county, because it's my responsibility to talk about this to those people who matter, and we have been able to do this. We have been able to engage the relevant authorities to ensure that these roads are properly done. One of the things that we have done is we have engaged Kenya, and as I speak with you now, they have put out a tender to reconstruct that road. Already they have put in about 200 million. A contractor will soon be going there. So that is, I mean, of course, I found the road there, and I cannot say that, I cannot run away from the fact that certain roads are not good. We have got to engage government. We've got to be positive about these things. That is why that is happening. Poverty in Baringo. Baringo did not just happen yesterday. And this is why we are having these kind of situations. We are trying to tell our people, let us not just go and put our money in Nairobi always. Let us not go and let's put our money in Nairobi, yes. Well, let's put some of the money there. And I can tell you, why are we saying that people should come and invest in the county? Why are we saying that people from the county should come and invest? I was speaking to one person yesterday who comes from Baringo County, and he has set up a bakery. And that bakery is producing about 3,000 to 5,000 loaves of bread a day, supplying bread to Iten, to Nakuru, to Lamaravin, and that kind of thing. And he's created jobs for 100 people. That is how to fight poverty. Poverty is not fought by providing people with something to eat. Poverty is fought by asking people to invest, to put in place something that you can produce more. A zero grazing unit here and there. I mean, there is a gentleman who has set up a zero grazing unit in Mogotio, and he's keeping 700 head of, he's keeping about 100 head of milk of cows, producing about 700 liters of milk per day. That guy is already an employer. What are we saying? We're saying this entrepreneurship summit is meant to activate our people to think about themselves as entrepreneurs. And that is why, that's how you can remove poverty. You don't remove poverty by getting somebody to give you a little cash.
Can you summarize, because we are running out of time?
Yes. Of course, going out of Arab. Yes, and this is what I have just told you. For 7 months now, we have had peace. Traditionally, our people have been going to graze in each other's land. And the way to do it was to ask for permission to use somebody's grass. And this is what we are now changing. We are saying, when you go to another person's grazing land, we need to discuss about grazing rights. We need to agree on what should be done so that you can be allowed to graze. We cannot banish them away once, but when they have got their own grass. And this is why we are saying, part of the things that the county government is doing is to encourage or to produce more water. We are doing water pans everywhere. We are doing boreholes everywhere. We are saying, let people be able to use water where they live. We are encouraging pasture production. We are assisting farmers all over the place to do pasture. That means there will be no need for people to move from one place to the other. And that minimizes the chances of conflict. That is exactly what we are talking about. I don't agree with somebody who's saying in the Department of Finance they are relatives. I don't know. I have not seen any. That is a lie. The truth of the matter is that it is not true that there are people from one family in finance. If they are, then of course the people of Baringo County are related in one way or the other. And it wouldn't be a surprise that one person can be coming from the same clan with the other. But the truth of the matter is, come to the county, do an audit. We shall be able to show you that none of those people, first of all,
tell us about the investment conference, and when is it, and who do you expect to come?
Mutegi, we shall be having an investment conference on 12th and 13th. And the purpose of the investment conference, first of all, is to sensitize Kenyans on opportunities that are available in the county for people to do business, for people to invest.
Who have been invited?
We have invited, first of all, people from the county who live and trade and work in the county. We have also invited Kenyans who are within Kenya, those from Baringo County and those who live in Kenya, those businessmen who are from this county, professionals and the rest. Anybody who has got a little money to invest. We have also invited anyone else from the region and the world to be able to come. We will be able to showcase what opportunities are available for people to not only do small-scale investments, small-scale enterprises, but to move on to the high-level business of producing solar energy, of producing geothermal energy, of even investing in wind energy. We are saying that come big and small, because I told you about the person who did a bakery, who is employing 100 people. If we have 100 investors
of that nature,
employing 100 people each, those are 10,000 people. Our purpose is to excite the economy. Our purpose is to make people produce more, because it's only when we can produce more in goods and services that we can be able to activate the economy of that county, and indeed activate the economy of the entire nation.
Thank you very much, Mana Governor.
Asante
And I hope lots of Kenyans are going to Baringo.
Yes.
It's another El Dorado, just like many people are going to Turkana, and others are going to Isilo. Stay tuned. Let's listen to the music from the coast.
Thank you.